it's not too dark. Is it too dark because of the sun? Let's just hope that my battery survives. It's gonna be only my point of view, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. I hope it's not too boring. I mean, you kind of start a completely different life, you know, like you have no one here that you know, and that's kind of scary actually. I already messed up, whatever. Hi, and welcome to another YouTube video. I'm doing another Q&A, but this time alone, as you can see. And it's gonna be part 2 because I realized why I cut the other video that we didn't really discuss a bunch of questions. Like, I think we only talked about 3 or 4 questions. Actually, I asked some of my Canadian friends, and it would be kind of mean to not answer the other questions because I feel like this video could be helpful for exchange students, because you got the other view or like some other perspectives from my friends as well from me from the last video, but I think this time it's gonna be a little bit more deeper or with more questions that I personally can answer. Maybe some other people have like other opinions about that, maybe some other people have a different perspective because of whatever, but it's gonna be only my point of view, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. I hope it's not too boring, and I hope you'll stay tuned. Yeah, I don't have any specific order of the questions. I'm just gonna read those and then, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna answer it. So the first question that I have: what was your biggest fear? And I think this is actually a quite interesting one. My biggest fear was to not feel comfortable here, not feel comfortable with my host parents, or in general also with school. I think school I was the most scared of at the beginning. I don't know why. I can't even say why, but I think it all depends on, it's a total different school system, it's a total different language that you have to speak every day and you have to kind of get along with. And I think another thing that was quite fearful for me was the fact of like thinking that I cannot find friends easily, which was at the end, actually I think I've met so many people here and they all just stay in my heart, and nothing can compare to it because it's so special, I would even say. But yeah, at the beginning, and I think I'm gonna talk about it later as well because there's another question. Actually, I can take it right now because some of my friends even ask how hard was it to make friends. Like, here in general I feel like I'm so much more social than I was in Germany. I mean, I've never really had struggles, or like it was not difficult for me to talk to other people and like to make conversations and stuff. But I could say that my social battery was very low really quickly, and I can also say that it was at the beginning here the same. And I think my first month I was only coming home from school and then literally doing nothing. Like, honestly, I mean some homework and then being outside, but like I had no friends where I could, or where I wanted to ask them if they want to hang out, make friendships, or like to make a connection to Canadian people, because I think it was more important actually to have someone from here. And then it turned out that they were actually one of my best friends in general, and so it goes out to my lunch table friends. Love you. I was so happy about that because it can be really difficult, I guess. I mean, you kind of start a completely different life, you know, like you have no one here that you know, and that's kind of scary actually. It's like so weird if you really think about that. But there will definitely always be at least one person where you get along with very well. And then after a few months I kind of also, for some reason I can't really remember, I got also into the international group and I met the most amazing people there. And then even in class, I mean, you have 4 different classes, and then even because of the semester change, and then you get to know more people and stuff, so it's kind of cool. Have you been homesick once? I think that's a pretty interesting question as well, because I know some people, they were really homesick, especially at the beginning, but I wasn't, which is also a little bit weird, but I feel like because my house parents did a really good job and I felt so comfortable from minute 1. I mean, of course it was different, and of course I would do things differently if I could go back, but yeah, I don't know. I think the only time where I was really homesick, or not homesick, but I just needed a hug from my family, was on my birthday, or like 2 days before my birthday, not even on my birthday. No, but yeah, so I haven't been homesick in a really bad way. And I think if you watch the other part of it, like the first part from the YouTube video, you could tell that it's totally different for a lot of people. Like, you cannot say, I've never been a homesick person actually, so I already came here and I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so easy for me, you know, so yeah, whatever. Okay, another question is, what is something you still look forward to? Okay, that's a good one. Graduation and prom and like all those nice things. I think it is a little bit stressful, definitely, but I think on the other hand it's also so cool because we don't really have that in Germany, you know, or like in Europe in general, I guess. I mean, of course you have graduation, but not with like a gown or something, you know, and with those fancy hats and, you know, so, or I mean, we have prom, but you're normally not going there with a prom date. Here we do, you know, so it's all a little bit different, kind of similar, but you know, yeah, I like that. Okay, and okay, another question. What do you like here more than in your home country? Oh my god, okay, that's a good one, and I don't want to judge or something, but I can say I like the people here definitely more. Like, honestly, it's so much better. Like, they have, I don't know, they're so much friendlier, and I like their mindset and I like their attitude and like how they see specific ways, or like how they think, how they act, like just, yeah, their attitude, I don't know. Okay, the people, and I think also the nature. I mean, where I live in Germany, we also have beautiful nature. Like, I don't want to say that, but I think here, what I like specifically about British Columbia is that you don't have to decide between mountains and ocean, or country life and city life, you know. I mean, of course you have to decide it, but like, it's so easy to get to the other place, you know, like to the total opposite. So it's kind of like, it is so nice, and I think I would definitely come back here. Okay, what is the advice for all the next exchange students? Don't pack too much stuff. I did way too much, like 2 suitcases, and you're gonna get so many things even here. Like, you can easily buy things. I mean, in general, I mean, maybe they're a little bit more expensive, but like, if you miss something, you can get it, bro. Like, yeah. But on the other hand, you also have to consider, or like to to have in mind that if you're gonna stay for 10 months, you're gonna have all the 4 seasons, you know, like you need winter clothes, you need fall and spring clothes, you need summer stuff, you know, like you kind of need a bunch, but like try to make it minimalism. What else? Don't worry too much. Is it easy to find friends? How is it with English? How's the school system? How would be my host family? I mean, all those things, of course, those are scary. And of course, those are, I don't know, even so personally, like some people, they have so much luck. Some people don't. And some people, they will gonna end up, I don't know, changing their host families like twice or 3 times because it's just not a good thing, you know, but don't worry too much. Okay, so don't pack too much, don't worry too much. And I need a third one. And try to make as much memories as you can do. Try to, I don't know, to do a bunch of things that you never would done in your home country. Try to really appreciate the time that you have, and like you will always have a little bit of pressure of doing things, and like you're always gonna have a little bit of pressure, or like at least to other people that I know here, and we're always, oh yeah, we have to do this, this and this, and we only have this much more time left, and which is actually, and I think I'm gonna go back afterwards to that point, which is actually also quite an attitude that I like about an exchange year, is you only have a few months. You only have maybe 5 months or 10 months or I don't know, 3 months even. But so you have only a limited of time. So try to make the best out of it and try to enjoy it. And you can go back to your family afterwards. You can spend time with your family so much. You can eat so much food that is maybe better, like the food that you normally would eat, but try to enjoy every minute, I guess. This is my third advice. Yeah. And I don't know, because of my battery, I think I'm gonna make a cut here, and then I'm gonna come back afterwards. Okay, let's just hope that my battery survives. When I make this video, or like the end. I only have 3 more questions left, so I hope it's gonna be fine. And I wrote some things down, meanwhile, because I don't know. Do you know like those feelings when you have something in mind and then it kind of bothers you, and then you keep thinking about it because you didn't say it, maybe even to a person or something? I had the feeling with it right now, so yeah, I wanted to come back to the question if I have an advice for, it was kind of like a beginning, no, when was it? Oh no, it was the last question. But one thing that you also have to keep in mind as an exchange student is, as advice from me personally, you're gonna spend so much money. Like, be aware of how much money you're gonna spend during the few months that you are somewhere else. Because I don't know, sometimes you're just like going out with some friends, I don't know, going for dinner, spending money to go somewhere else, to I don't know, whatever. You're gonna spend much money, and be aware of that. I mean, and then on the other hand, another advice is say always yes if someone asks you to do some stuff, because maybe it is your first and last chance you're gonna have a, I don't know, like a date with someone. Maybe you're gonna spend some time with friends, so just always say yes to something when you get invited to. So yeah, and don't don't think too much. And right now even we all have kind of the mindset thing about, oh yeah, we're only gonna be here for 6 more weeks, so we don't really give a shit about stuff, we don't really care, you know, like then we are gone. And I think this attitude is one of the best that you can have. You're gonna be here for 10 months, 5 months, 3 months, whatever, and no one cares. That's also something you should take with you when you return to your home country. So yeah, would you do it again, or would you relive a moment? I think personally I would do it definitely again. Now that I kind of know what's going on, now that I kind of know how it can go, I think it is my best decision that I've ever made. Yeah, and I think I'm so proud of it. I think I have so many good stories to tell. I think even if it sounds so weird, but honestly, I guess a lot of people are looking up to me and be like looking up, you know, and be like, wow, we're kind of proud of you, and so great that you did it and that you went through all those things, you know. And for me it's just like my normal life, you know, but I would definitely do it again. But I think if I would relive the moment, I would do it, but I think I would change also a lot of things. I think especially at the beginning I would definitely talk. I wanted to talk more, especially even with my host family or like my host parents. I think I also forgot it. I think honestly making an exchange year in the US, it's like so overrated. Like, I mean, you can also have so many beautiful places somewhere else. You can have the whole high school lifestyle. You can go to prom, but therefore another thing that I forgot to tell you is, if you have the opportunity to do it in grade 12, do it. If you have the opportunity to do it and just signing up for grade 12, do it, because then you get the whole experience with all the graduation part. If you're gonna do it in grade 10, you don't get all the full experience that you might want to get if you're going into grade 12. I did grade 12 because it only worked out for me in this way because of COVID and because, you know, because I could do it. I know a lot of people cannot do it in grade 12, so yeah, but just keep in mind that there's so many nice places, and honestly, I talk out from my heart. I think even it's a better decision that I came here. If you're thinking about doing an exchange here, just make it. If you have the financial things in the bag, if you can do it, if your parents will let you go, do it. It can be scary at the beginning, but honestly, I think you're gonna be so proud of yourself afterwards. And yeah, I think that's also an advice that I can give you for the end of this video. I hope it was not too boring. I hope I could answer a little bit more questions than we did the last time in part 1. I hope you've all seen it. Yeah, and now I have only a few months left, only a few weeks left. Oh my god, it's so crazy. But I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, well, okay, it was nice to talk to you guys. Gonna see you around. Okay, doei.